From downtown Detroit, Local 4 Live starts right now.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm Priya Mann filling in for Nick Monticelli. Thanks for joining me for Local 4 Live here on Local 4 Plus. Click on Detroit.com and YouTube. If you need to get out the door right away, that's okay. Mornings are busy. We know that. But you can listen to us through the car podcast style. And we have 2 full hours of conversations and deep dives into stories important to you and your family. Starting with a live look over the Detroit River where the skies dazzled last night for the Ford fireworks. And we are recapping that spectacular night and of course, the crowning of a new star. Plus, Michigan trending in the right direction, but more work needs to be done. We're having a conversation with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services about the fight to reduce the infant mortality rate here in Michigan. Finally, many people may be heading to the lake or maybe to a beach because of all the sunshine and warm weather, but you need to protect your skin. Rhonda Walker is joining me in studio for an important conversation about the importance of sunscreen, especially in brown and black communities. But first, we are bringing in forewarned meteorologist Ashley Barrissey. Ashley, you have been so busy the last few days.
Me? What about you, girl?
No. I just haven't had any sleep. But man, these temps.
These temperatures have just not let up, not being kind to us, you know. But we will start to see some improvement by this time tomorrow. So there will be a little relief in sight. But in the meantime, it's like deja vu. Here we go again. Yeah. Back in the 90s, triple-digit heat indices. I mean, this map, almost a carbon copy of yesterday. Whenever I say that phrase, I know there are folks that are like, well, it's carbon copy.
The
you
young
just
people
dated yourself.
are like, wait, what?
Yes. So, yeah, almost exactly what we saw yesterday, temperature-wise, just maybe a degree or two cooler, but those extreme heat alerts do roll on for today. The only exception, thumb region, so north of I-69, lifting those alerts due to increased cloud cover and rain chances with a cold front today. But for the rest of us, we're still holding on to advisories and warnings until 8 o'clock this evening. The warning area is the most extreme, where those heat indices are between 100 and 105. Advisory area in orange would be about a 95 to 100 degree heat index. And so that's the feels like temperatures you step outside this afternoon. But otherwise, we have that sun this morning. We're on either side of 80 degrees, 83 in the city. And we have a southwesterly breeze out there. So between the sun and that southwesterly flow, pumping in the heat. It's going to be pretty quick. Back to 93 by 1 o'clock this afternoon. That's where we top out. Hot and humid afternoon will clash with a front that pushes through. So after 2 o'clock, rain chances increase. I think it's a better chance, though, after 4, maybe even after 5. So this evening we'll have a marginal risk for strong to severe storms. And that's for all of southeastern Michigan that you see shaded in green there. As far as the threat level, we could see damaging wind gusts. We call these wet microbursts that'll roll through the area. So maybe 60-mile-per-hour winds and some heavy rainfall that could lead to some isolated flooding. I'm not going to rule out hail, although I don't think it's likely, but if we were to see some hail, it'd be on the smaller side. So we'll walk through the timeline of that coming up in just a few minutes. But the first headline for today, of course, will be the dangerous heat.
Do you think the worst is behind us, or this is sort of a repeat? It's too similar to yesterday.
I do think that yesterday was the worst.
Okay.
But I mean, only by maybe 2. Yeah, I mean, so you're really not going to feel that difference, but you do notice the difference tomorrow, about a 10-degree swing downward tomorrow. Wow. So even though it's seasonal and still considered, you know, warm, I mean, it will definitely be much more, I don't know if comfortable is the right word because it'll still be humid, but it'll be more tolerable.
Tolerable, great. Yeah. Every degree counts right now.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Ashley. And we do want to get to your headlines this morning. Detroit officers are looking for the gunman behind a double shooting that happened in downtown Detroit. Police tell us 2 men were fighting on Randolph and Larned last night just after 10. Police say the suspect pulled out a gun and shot 2 people. The male victim he was trying to hurt and an innocent female bystander. Both have non-life-threatening injuries. That suspect ran through a parking garage. Surveillance video caught this picture of him. I think it'll come up in just a moment. There you go, wearing a blue hoodie and white sneakers. If you know who this person is, please call DPD right away. After more than 2 years since his death, the family of a Detroit neurosurgeon can begin its path toward justice. Prosecutors had a chance to lay out their case against Desmond Burks yesterday. They allege Burks shot Dr. Hoover back in 2023, then wrapped his body in carpet and hid it in the attic of the doctor's Boston Edison home during the preliminary exam. Now, we learned investigators have collected over 300 pieces of evidence, including 4,000 text messages exchanged between the pair. Testimony resumes at 9. And overnight, President Trump announced a ceasefire between Israel and Iran is in effect. In the hours leading up to a break in attacks, Israel launched a round of strikes near Tehran, which is the capital and the biggest Iranian city. Qatar officials also reporting it stopped an Iran attack on a U.S. base yesterday. Details of that ceasefire aren't yet clear. And we're getting a live look at the stock futures board. Futures on the rise following the president's ceasefire deal between Israel and Iran. Investors have been on edge since the U.S. attack on Iranian nuclear sites. Investors also watching what the outcome will be when Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell will testify before a House Financial Services Committee, where he's set to talk about policy to lawmakers. Well, this is what everyone was talking about. We want to take a live look at downtown Detroit. Less than 12 hours ago, the Detroit River lit up with a dazzling display of lights with the Ford fireworks. And this morning, we have a little replay of the grand finale. Take a look. All right, that was pretty cool to watch. If you had to hit your bed early and couldn't stay up for the show, you can rewatch it from start to finish over on clickondetroit.com.